One of my favorite moments in the final hours of Jesus' life is lit for judgment. In this account, there are really two things that are so clearly demonstrated, one by Jesus and the other by Pilate. So first, let's consider the actions of Jesus. As he stands there, he is accused at length with many acts of sin and wrongdoing and even blasphemy by the Jewish religious leaders. And his response is incredible. As they hurl their accusations, Jesus remains completely silent, refusing to answer a single charge. Not only was he innocent, but he wouldn't even give credence to their words by dignifying him with an answer. He was focused on his mission, undeterred by their actions, and he would not say a word in his own defense, lest Pilate be swayed to release him because of his innocence. He was there to take the place of sinners on the cross as God had willed, and he was going to succeed. Secondly, let's consider Pilate. He was obviously under the impression that he possessed the power in this situation. He even told Jesus that he had power to either crucify him or to release him. But Pilate failed to understand who was really in control. Even though Jesus told him that he had no power other than what God the Father had given him, but despite his position and the decision that stood before him, Pilate feared the people who wanted Jesus dead, and even though he found no fault in Jesus, he was afraid that if he released him, the people would riot and he might lose his position as governor of Judea. So instead of doing what was right, he gave in to the sinful demands of the people and delivered an innocent man over to be crucified. And in doing so, he failed to uphold his responsibility to protect the innocent, which was his mandate as an officer of Rome. When you consider these two men, Pilate and Jesus, it should be obvious that we need to be like Jesus, focused on the gospel mission, undeterred by the actions of others, and in control of our words, aware of the impact they have on our witness. And we need to be the opposite of Pilate, aware of our position as children of God, in submission to the authorities over us, especially the authority of Jesus Christ, and willing to pay the price to do what's right. Can you live like that? Jesus certainly did. Change begins in you.
The Change Begins in You is brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Patrick Allen Companies, Mitchell Tire and Wrecker in Collinsville, and Mowdy Cabinetry.